All right, you bitches. Here is the Green Wynn and Serwanga LLP 2015 team name power rankings, brought to you by. We don't have an official sponsor for these, so very sorry. Salespeople failed. Brought to you by me, your former interim commissioner guy. All right, so we're just gonna jump right. If you want to know what the criteria are, it's hard to read them here because I forgot to change the font color on this slide. But first question: does your team name suck? No. Oh, okay. Well, you might have got a high ranking. Does your avatar suck? Yes, the avatar is important. If it doesn't, you might have got a high power ranking for your team name. And I hope that you are not taking this lightly, because the name of your team is a powerful force, as evidenced by the Zabrowski Lobby Boys last year. Excellent team name. Took it all down. So if you think you can just phone it in with your team name, I've got news for you, bub. You're going to lose. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Number 14. See, Dyna Bulldogs. I don't even actually know what your team is called, Shane. And Shane, you might be a lot of things. You probably are fantastic at a lot of things. You're probably a man of many talents. But let me tell you that one talent that you don't have: naming fantasy football teams. You're not good at it. So sub it out. Hire a subcontractor to come up with a name and avatar. I had Durpin and Derpville, whatever. That was a bad name too. You're forever going to be the Edina Bulldogs to me. And this picture of Eli jaying his peas on the sideline doesn't help your case. You have the worst team name. Teddy Bridge over Troubled Water. Nice name. No, this doesn't even make sense. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater's on your team. Or was he on your team last year? And you've got Roethlisberger and Vic there. So you have a certain criminal element to your avatar, but let me tell you, it's also not relevant to your team, and it's a year old. So because you didn't come up with a new team name, you're 13th, which is just a default ranking. You could have named your team Poops McGee a year ago, and it'd still be 13th because the Edina Bulldogs are always going to have the worst team name, even though that's not his team name. All right, number 12, Peterson and Sons Switch Company. Squeak Bitch hasn't updated his avatar. Sorry, Steven. And, I just don't really think that the whole making fun of domestic violence thing is all that funny. So you're 12. Number 11, Fugly Jubbly. Peter, I wish I could tell you I knew what you were going with here. Maybe I'm missing the joke. I didn't bother to look up to see if that was the case. And then I don't know what this is from. Is it from Oregon Trail or something? No. I don't know. So Odell Lake, whatever that is. I must just be missing the joke, but not a fan. You're number 11. Number 10, hashtag Vikings Lives Matter. It's not hashtag Vikings Lives Matter because it would have to be one freaking word for it to be an entire hashtag. So you screwed up the concept of your team name. So I certainly cannot rank you higher when you can't even get the concept of a hashtag down properly. I do like the E.J. Henderson fail there on Timothy Hightower, former fantasy sleeper that never panned out. So the only reason you're not lower is because your avatar doesn't suck. Number 9, the Wyndham Wizards. Bobby, love the avatar, and I am sad that in the few years it's been since I have seen your face, you've grown this stellar beard and could basically either be a pitchman for Travelocity or be on Game of Thrones. And I didn't know about this. Maybe you're into bearding. I guess I just miss having you in my life, Mr. Ursland. Meanwhile, the Wyndham Wizards means nothing to me, other than there's some decent alliteration, I guess. Is it alliteration if it's only 2? I don't even know. But you're not ranked lower because your avatar is awesome, but your team name's still not very good. You're number 9. Number 8, Norwood and the Sex Harassers. Okay, this is a conditional ranking, Drew. On the condition that you pronounce it Harassers. If this is Norwood and the Sex Harassers, you're getting moved down the list. As far as the avatar goes, I guess I'm cool with that creepy photo of Norwood, but man, were there serious red flags with this guy from the beginning that, I mean, it would have been pretty obvious to scope this situation out, right? All you'd have to go is like, okay, how old was he when they hired him? Like 46, never been married, a guy who has a six-figure job and, you know, has a certain high profile, has never been married. I mean, okay, maybe he's gay, fine, whatever. But if he's not gay, then he's a creep, right? I mean, that's a serious red flag. It's like, you know, what's his name in The Departed? Alec Baldwin said, you know, man, getting married is important. Shows your cock still works and you got a little bit of money, right? So, I mean, there's a reason that was mostly true. So, Norwood and the sex harassers, after I go on that little Norwood tangent, you're number 8. Number 7, the friendship cuddlebugs. Presumably, Brady, you didn't even pick your own avatar because I couldn't download or reformat it, and I didn't feel like doing a screenshot and saving a JPEG and putting a lot of work in because you can see I'm a high-effort person. No, I'm not. I'm not going to put that kind of effort into this thing. So the friendship cuddlebugs could have been excellent if you had picked an avatar that made sense and taken the time to, you know, copy and paste a link instead of just choosing from a drop-down menu. So big time fail there. That's why you're only number 7. Otherwise, it's a pretty cool name. Number 6, Dangerous Despots. Also, this is not your avatar, but same issue. So I just picked a random clip art when I searched for the word wiener. This is what was the first thing that came up. I don't know why I chose wiener. I just did. So the reason I kind of like this name is because, okay, if you're going to come up with something clever around a player, right? Like somewhere over the Dwayne bow or something like that. That player better be on your freaking team, which you'll find out about in a little bit. And so, Tom, the only 2 players that you spend money on have been incorporated into your team name, both Des Bryant and Russ Wilson. So you're number 6. Well done naming your team, not in selecting the players. Number 5, the hastily named Hershey Kiss Nipples. I can tell you one thing, this avatar is disturbing and is downloaded, I think, on my work desktop computer. So good job there. But what I don't understand, or KG, what could have ranked you higher, if you had simply gone with Hershey Kiss Nips, I probably would have ranked you number 1. But having to say Hershey Kiss Nipples is a little bit more disturbing than Hershey Kiss Nips. So that's why you're number 5. Number 4, rank myself number 4, Burley Adult Sons. I actually, you know, got this team name, you know, off of the old Twitter sphere, since this seems to be a, you know, a running joke. And there's a picture of Mike Huckabee and his Burley Adult Sons. I think the Burley Adult Sons are intimidating and are a force to be reckoned with. And they're going to, you know, it's a powerful team name, which is going to lead to positive, you know, thoughts from the fantasy football gods. And it's going to propel me to victory. I didn't discount myself for the self-ranking. I think number 4 is pretty legit. So, all right, going to move forward. Number 3, my ball, Zach Ertz, with a picture of a Packer doing unspeakable things to a bear or just tackling him. I don't even know who that is. Is that Eric Walden? So a former Packer, and it's not Cutler. So I don't know what's going on there. But, okay, kind of a funny name. My ball, Zach Ertz. You know, pretty good, pretty clever. There's only one problem here, and Zach Ertz isn't on your team. So I definitely deducted at least one spot in the rankings for not actually owning the player who you're making the joke about. I just don't understand that. I mean, it's not that hard to pick a player who's on your team if you need inspiration for the name, you know, rather than Google, because clearly you've Googled. You Googled your team name. So I don't even know why I ranked you this high. Number 3 is just a gift. I just kind of laughed at it the first time around when I made the initial rankings, and not that much went into this, so you're number 3. Number 2, Angry and Nude. I just love this because there's so many great things about James Woods. Supposedly he's got a legendary unit lengthwise. I don't know about the girth. But then there's just so much wrong with him. And try to, you know, he's angry and nude. I mean, that's it. He's angry, the large penis, and he's nude. And I like the team name. And number 1, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Lamar's javelin, and this again goes back as my Tyler tries to break into the office here, to, okay, if you're going to come up with something clever with a player like Lamar Miller, he better be on your roster. So well done, and certainly a reference to a great movie and a classic scene. So there you have it, guys. That is your power rankings for your team names, which are far more important than judging how well your team is going to do based off the actual players on the roster. Like that matters at all. And if you want to get anywhere in fantasy football, have an ounce of creativity and a sense of humor, and you'll dominate. All right, that's all I got, guys. I'm signing off, and yeah, good luck.